Crusader Kings 3 Tours and Tournaments is here. Let's play a new game together. Yeah, and if you're looking for the old one, it will still run its course. But we're going for something else. Let us see about the Carolingians this time. And the very interesting Prince Karlmann. He's the heir of Ludwig the German. And in real life, he took over a lot from his dad. Then even got crowned for a short time King of Italy, then got a stroke and had to give it all up. And then died a short while later. He was a tragic figure, and he was always, by his contemporaries, he received the highest praise as a warrior, as someone interested in science, as someone so pious, and so on. And he's also in the middle of Europe, where everything happens, and where everything from the new events, tours and tournaments are held. And so, he's at the center of the action. He, for me, is the perfect person to do this. And at the start of the game, we're actually starting under Ludwig the German. So we're not the supreme ruler, we're just the Duke of Bavaria. Our father, Ludwig the German, has the Kingdom of Bavaria and also the Kingdom of East Francia. And only after his death will we get significant power. And until then, we will have to survive, and we will have to look after our heir, Arnulf, and after everything. We are one of the Karlings that can, unite the Karlings, or that can go down in history as very unsuccessful, as the tragic real figure was. What will we do? I'll read that history to you, because it's really cool here, and it's really to the point. I've looked it all up, it's all correct. The eldest son of Ludwig the German, Karlmann, rebelled against his father and forced him to give him control over the lands of Bavaria. We'll see if we'll do that, because Ludwig the German is already quite old. He will expand his domain in wars with Slavs to the east, and later on will even be elected King of Italy, though an unfortunate stroke will force him to abdicate the thrones of Bavaria and Italy to his younger brothers. He will die just a few years later, and most of his younger brothers, anyways, also were childless or died in short succession then, and everything just went eventually to the Germany of the later Middle Ages, where you had 20 different kingdoms. So with a little luck, will you be able to avoid Karlmann's unfortunate demise and establish a legacy that will last the ages? It's a risk to start as him, because he starts ill. And we will start together. As you can see, we have all DLCs enabled. Game rules are absolutely standard. We're starting normal difficulty, which is the highest. And don't you love the looks of this? It's all so shiny now. And there's a lot of shiny new things to see. And I haven't looked at it personally. I didn't have press version or something like that. So this up here, you can already see that there's a lot to do. One could start a tournament, a tour, and of course the standard things of lifestyle, heir unmarried, too many counties too. But it all looks different, and you always have these little symbols here, just everywhere. So after a while, you can learn, you can associate these symbols with the action required. So it's all a little bit better from the UI, and it's a lot more to do. So this is us. We reign in Bavaria. Well, as you can see, it's rather big. We have 8 counties, but only should have 4. And so we have a son, Arnulf Karling, and we have even married his mother. So it's very nice. We're friends with our son, and we're a lover with our wife even. So the personal life is very good, but beware, we are ill. So what shall we do with these counties? Thankfully, Arnulf Carling can already lead some kind of a realm, so we can give him these 4 counties, no problem. And we shall see if we can do that, and we will also find him a spouse. Absolutely. I mean, we could do just that right now. So let's see. We could have, we could have our cousin here. I don't know. We could even make a grand wedding, but that's extremely expensive. We might do that later on once we have a little bit more money. So Ermentrude, but she's not really, she doesn't like us. But it's about her liking the player heir, right? So there's that. Then we have our cousin here, Princess Hildegard of West Francia. So that would bring us an alliance with the Kingdom of West Francia, which would be definitely pretty good. So we shall see. I mean, she wouldn't be compatible with him, I think, as he's ambitious. She's lazy, paranoid, and forgiving. Let's see. Is there something that is saying no? Paranoid. Yeah, travel safety is increased. So you can see there's a lot of new things to the personality traits. It's a lot more complex. Lazy and stress loss increase, for example. Forgiving. That's pretty good. Infanta Leodegundia Ordones of Asturias. So yeah, but an alliance with Asturias. Asturias is a plagued kingdom at these times, so that's a little bit harsh. Then we have others, the High Chiefdom of Balaton, the Kingdom of Navarra, the Duchy of Upper Burgundy, the Earldom of Ormond. Yeah, these alliances are not very good. They are just not very good. And look at this. There's a special portrait thing here. And I think this is because she is a member of our family too. Then we have Ermentrude. She's pretty much a very good one, but she's lustful, so she might be... It's a sin to Catholics. And yeah, she might have kids we don't want here, right? So that could be it. On the other hand, she's generous and compassionate, which is quite good. On the other hand, paranoid, lazy, and forgiving. I mean, this is also an alliance with West Francia. She's feeling fine, and I think she's the safer choice. So they're related, and there's a risk of their children being inbred. Yeah, but this alliance, it's just fantastic. We could go for a grand wedding, which we cannot afford. They will barely accept, which is why we will just send the proposal as quickly as we can. We can now also choose our lifestyle. We've already had a lot of martial perks, and yeah, we're a gallant. We should definitely go. We're in the lower tier of reign. We should still go chivalry. Chivalry is just good to become a knight, and comes with prowess, attraction, opinion, advantage, a lot of experience. It's just a good thing to not die quickly from wars. Authority is pretty good. Strategy is pretty good, but chivalry has something very stabilizing for you, especially with a prowess increase, and especially at that start, the 5 advantage as a leader of an army is just extremely nice. So, gonna choose that. We will pay homage to our father. Let's see. Our father. Our father is kind of weak, but also not. He has only one personal holding. You can see he's our rival. Crazily. Lifelong resentment. We're still his heir, but that can, of course, change. It can change, and then we'll see what happens, eh? So, we have King Ludovic II, the German of East Francia. We have to get him on our side somehow. He's stubborn. Declare me regent. Yeah, that will not go for it. So we should definitely pay homage to him. It will cost us some prestige. Demonstrate submission, give nothing, promise a favor, a weak hook. Increase obligations, bestow gifts. That will be 50 gold. That is something that we can invest, I think, so let's pay homage to him. And we will travel there now. So this is an event in itself. We have to pay homage, and we'll see what we can do. We have travel options now. That will make everything a little bit safer. We could hire a forder, which would decrease our wetlands and floodplains danger. Yeah, I mean, we want to go to Weinsberg. So let's see, this is our travel, as you can see here. Traveling here to Baden and then back. We can have a look. So there's a lot of forests and hills there, rather. And also, there should be quite some rivers there. But they're not on the map, I think. Not the big ones, anyway. So a forest guide would definitely be something good. And why not a forder? Can choose a caravan master. Have our knight Hartmann. It's a typical German name. We will appoint him. So our speed will be 113% with the help of these guys. Yeah, we have relatively good safety. So let's see if we can customize the route. We could add detours. Let's see. But we don't have to add detours. We can just choose the standard route and start traveling. With Amalric here and everything. And after this has gone through, we will give our son some counties, not before. So we're suffering overextension. Overextension is giving us less income. That's the main thing. But not much more, actually. We're ill, which is a risk, but it's a risk we're prepared to take. We're still feeling fine due to us being relatively young. So there's that. We're paying homage, and we're even bringing over gifts. Let's see. There's a whole lot of new decisions that we can have. And we should also have a look here. Because we direly need a court physician. We have a Carolingian master here. And a whole lot of other people who are all terrible at that. So that's just not a good one to have. A bodyguard would be nice, but it's extremely expensive, right? Even though we have this guy now that we have hired, Amalric, who would be at least average at that, which is extremely good at that point. But it's oh so much income. So we're gonna take the risk, I think. and only try to get a court physician from somewhere. You can see most of them are terrible at that, which is why we should try to search for a physician. You can also convert to the local culture, theoretically. So we're Franconian now. That's us. There's Franconian aesthetics. We're ceremonious. Monthly prestige increase. Title creation cost goes down. House opinion +5. Court grandeur bonus +5. Minority vassal opinion in different cultures -10. Central Germanic, High German language. We have a hereditary hierarchy. Rulers with poor education traits are distrusted. The loyal trait is more valued. We have tyranny loss, long reign bonus. We have castle holding, construction cost, and feudal vassal tax contribution increased. We're astute diplomats. Cannot attack allies. Cannot attack through a truce. Alliance negotiation acceptance is higher. White peace acceptance is higher. And we're castle keepers. That brings us more holding construction time and construction cost, but castles and counties of this culture provide an additional 5 defender advantage per holding level, which is just glorious. Rulers gain prestige and renown from castle holdings. Renown. Yeah, that's super good. The architect traits provides a prestige bonus, and we're more likely to construct coastal holdings as an AI and construct buildings that increase fort level. Yeah, so we're good for that, and that's also it's a nice thing to have, right? Let's have a look at our innovations. We're not that progressive, but we have currency and crop rotation at least, so that's pretty nice, I'd say. We are firm in the Catholic Church too. What is Catholicism at that time? As you can see, there's some sins, there's some virtues. With sins, lustful, gluttonous, deceitful, sadistic, and vengeful. And virtues are being chaste, temperate, honest, compassionate, and forgiving. We have armed pilgrimages like holy wars. That will also be special events. We have communion, seek indulgences from the head of faith, and we can seek forgiveness, and we have monasticism, can become a monk. Our head of faith is good old Pope Nicholas. But now let's start the journey, eh? Let's start the journey. Let's see if we can survive the conflict with our father, our rival. A tentative start. I'm well aware that getting out on the road in my condition, illness is to be considered an additional risk on top of the regular danger that comes with travel. However, even in my unsavory state, the show must go on. Let us head out towards Baden, and may God watch over our travel. I suppose we must. Alliance formed with Charles II, the Bald of West Francia, is our uncle and cousin. That should tell you a lot about medieval things, right? He's our uncle and cousin. Your son and heir Arnulf and my daughter Hildegard will be joined in holy matrimony. Yeah, we're continuing that. May St. Bridget bless their union. Excellent, truly excellent. Of travels to come. Journeying through Parsberg. It's a county here. Yeah, okay. Our brother-in-law rival and Ludwig II's spymaster's title. Oh, gods. I pass by a peculiar-looking tent, splayed open, with its yet more peculiar-looking occupant inside. That guy. Ellenhard Gross. Is a treacherous ravener, a witch, a wise man, an intricate web weaver. Come in, O mighty Duke. I can tell you have many miles to go, and I can offer you a reading of your future travels for a modest price. The strange man has piqued the interest of my entourage, but am I willing to pay for a reading? I mean, we are a zealot. That would stress us because we're greedy. That would stress us because we're zealous. That would stress us only a bit because we're zealous. Oh my goodness me. I mean, this empire's strange witch, deceitful, lustful, yeah, he's full of sins and treachery. Seal the tent and have this witch burned. Way to go. Finally. A court physician that we have looked for in our travels. This world is full of dangers. As per my request, my servants have inquired after recommendations. Now they have assembled a few options to choose from. Benedicta is quite experienced. Siegfried seems enthusiastic, if nothing else. She's 34 and wandering, a godless adventurer. She's cynical, brave and generous. How she's feeling? Yeah, she's feeling fine. She's 12 learning. Then we have Siegfried. He's a righteous adventurer. Oh my goodness, this guy is terrible. He seems enthusiastic. Oh god, no. Benedicta. She's also not experienced. Really, we don't want that. Let's see. Maybe Hildegard. Hildegard would be actually the best. 15, 14. I mean, he's at least an astute intellectual. Then our player heir. He would be terrible. They're all terrible at that. Absolutely super terrible. Hildegard's even the best. My goodness me. Hartmann, our caravan master and knight. Yeah. You will have to do it all, Hartmann. You will have to do it all. I mean, he can learn more due to being an educated man. So, let's make that journey to father. A foreign treat. It's not the first time. I catch my knight Amalric fiddling around with some flowers he's been picking along the road. Sometimes, I swear, I even hear him sighing, overlooking Kreilsheim's holding. My liege, he says, when he notices that I've been observing him. It's not a secret that my heart has found a new home. Far from home. Alas, my liege, my soul aches for Jacob. Jacob? My desires know no end, his eyes, his air. I long for just a salute. I die for a word. Please, I beg you. Let me stay with him. What? What the heck? I mean, we're a zealot, so everything we judge is judged also by religion, right? And now he's coming to us with same-sex relations. And you see, we've already burned a witch. But witch is criminal, right? So that's a difference. That's a difference. That's shunned. But about as shunned as male adultery. So it's not that bad, but who am I to interfere in higher matters? You're coming home with me. Amalric joins the court of another man. So that's our knight. But he's an extremely good knight. We have no time for such juvenile infatuations. Oh god, he hates us then. That wouldn't be good. As he's also a treacherous villain. Maybe, you know what? Maybe it's good to let him go. He's a treacherous villain. He's sadistic, vengeful, and arbitrary. So if we say no to him, he will seek revenge for that. We could get Jacob too, who is definitely a good knight. And who is calm, impatient, and he would be, if we could give him Amalric up and get Jacob for him, that would be great. But we have to take both. Count Sieghard then would lose relations. Nah. We'll let Amalric go. It's a problem solved. Who am I to interfere in higher matters? It's painful for us, but we know this guy and we'd rather get rid of him. Danger tempting fruit. Our road takes us through treacherous parts of Kreilsheim. Yeah, I have been to Kreilsheim. While I scan for any dangers ahead, a rustling bush grabs my attention. Could it be a wild animal as I brace myself for impact? Amalric! And Amalric again jumps out of the bush instead. Here you come again, holding a plant. You scared me, Amalric. Anyway, let me see what you have here. Some kind of fruit, I exclaim. Yes, it looks and smells so delicious. I wonder what it tastes like. Maybe I'll just take a little bite, he says. What if it's poisonous? Let him eat it. Oh, God. It's a harmless plant that would make us learn. A rash appears where the plant touched. You grab the plant and toss it away? No. We'll let him eat it. He's not in our court anyways. He's a treacherous villain. He gained unknown plant bliss. What the heck? For 5 years. It reinvigorates the body and mind. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. So you two guys married. Well, that's nice. That's actually pretty nice. I like that you married. I like it. I like it so much. We can negotiate alliances. Let's see. We can negotiate with our brother Prince Ludwig the Younger of East Francia. Sure. That will be good anyways. Karl of East Francia. Yeah. Let the brothers... Our cousin Louis the Stammerer of West Francia. Sure. And we can potentially negotiate an alliance with our father. But not really. Yeah, we have to be safe against our father. He's our rival after all. So, But maybe we'll do differently than in history, right? And maybe we'll not lose out that way. And we'll try to sway him. That's... Oh, God. That's gonna be hard. Well, anyways, we'll try it. We're a bad diplomat, but... Why not try? Dear brother, I'm honored by your request. Ah, yeah, we have allies. Wonderful. Allies, here we come. And more alliances. This is wonderful. I'm not fooled by your squeamish act. A pledge of homage from you would mean nothing to me. Outrageous. Okay. Okay, I mean, he's sending us away. And, well, at least we're getting our money back. All right, father. You're still an ass. Let's get home. Travel. Wolf struggle. Our journey is violently interrupted by the sound of tearing flesh and gnashing jaws, and the desperate cries of a man about to meet his end. The noise is so horrific. It must have come from the depths of hell. Attempting to track the source, we find a desperate knight struggling with a wild wolf. His blade is wedged between the beast's jaws, but his grip is beginning to falter. And that guy... Friedrich the Craven von Cham, a spineless atheist of House Cham. Oh, he's a craven, and he's from a house that says, nothing scares me. Really? That should be the dynasty of Scam. Oh my goodness me. Nothing scares me except that wolf. Okay. Help him, Amalric. What the heck? Amalric would have a prowess. This man deserves my help. That would be a prowess challenge for us. We have less prowess than Amalric. I won't risk my life for this. Yeah, I mean, Amalric is anyways at another court now, but for some reason he's still helping us. Helping Amalric! He's wounded, but we help this guy. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. Poor, wonderful, but I mean, he's a treacherous villain, and he's left our court. We let him go. He's maybe paying his debt, right? He's paying his debt. He will do this travel and then leave us. It's fulfilling a promise. Okay. At long last, I'm finally home. There's nothing better than arriving back in Regensburg after a long journey. I look forward to resting for some time, but the call of the road beckons ever onward. My Carolingian master Hartmann reports that we have journeyed for 81 days and traversed 19 baronies. Thank God I can go inside again and heal and heal. We're called to become regent for our father. Our father is feeling fine too. It's self-evident to all the kingdom of East Francia that my father, King Ludwig, cannot shoulder the burdens of rule by himself, not without causing irreparable harm to our lands. Yeah, I mean, he's clearly incompetent. Though the duty is not expected to last long, someone must mind the realm, arbitrating disputes and keeping the throne warm for King Ludwig as regent. Naturally, that someone is me. Ah, recognition. I already have so many ideas for the realm. Regency scales of power, swing changes by 5. Apparently, this is also an event. Regency. Swings to us and recognition. Yeah, that gives us prestige, but we're not so much in need of prestige. The scales of power, on the other hand, I already have so many ideas for the realm. Look at this. Oh, Arnulf gained 150 prestige. My regency ended? What? I don't know. Something happened here. I'm no longer sharing power with Arnulf. Ah, okay. Okay, I left the regency for Arnulf. Good. We're above the domain limit. Yeah. So he was regent for us and so on. So we had a chain regency. What we should do now is we want to determine what are our most important domains, right? And maybe we'll see about the domains that we give up and the domains that we'll keep. The county of Geisenhausen. What the heck? That's really not a good castle or something. Let's just see. What is here? Newly acquired holdings provide new tax due to being above the domain limit. Interesting. So we cannot even find out how much it would give. It has Erding and it has Geisenhausen. Okay, then we have Frontenhausen, which is expandable, I'd say. We have Falkenstein and Ingolstadt. Ingolstadt is a good one, of course. Let's see about Rothenburg. Rothenburg is very good. Regensburg is pretty good. Eschenlohe. Yeah, I don't know. It's not that great. And we have Munich, München. München is also kind of good, I'd say. Now, we'll see. I mean, with Hamlets here, this is also pretty well expanded. Rothenburg is a very traditional district. Geisenhausen is pretty terrible. Frontenhausen at least has 2 homesteads, which would bring in tax, but other than that, nothing. We have Falkenstein, it has nothing and will get nearly nothing. And there's Ingolstadt, which should be relatively fine, but not really. So it would be okay to give these 4 up to our son. Yeah, he's our son and friend. We can give him these things. It should be definitely good. It's kind of a risk, but come on now. Geisenhausen, Frontenhausen, Falkenstein, and Ingolstadt will go to him. Whatever. Geisenhausen, Frontenhausen, Falkenstein, and also Ingolstadt. We'll go. There's also the Duchy of Carinthia? What the heck? That's another duchy we have here. The Duchy of Carinthia. What the heck? We could give him the Duchy of Carinthia, but nah. We can have 2 duchies. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, Geisenhausen has a church holding. Ingolstadt has a church holding. So, I mean, in theory, we could give up that thing. Let's have a look at Geisenhausen again. It's a decision to make that is irreversible. Geisenhausen is just terrible, but this will give us a good tax, right? Then we have Ingolstadt. Ingolstadt is, on the other hand, pretty good to have that. It'll also give us good tax. It's forest terrain and plains terrain, okay. All right. There's Eschenlohe, which is just not very good. Eschenlohe is just terrible. Okay, so we can give up Eschenlohe maybe instead. So he'll get the terrible ones and we'll get the good ones. So that's the idea. Frontenhausen, Geisenhausen. Yeah, I don't know. Eschenlohe. Yeah, we don't want to give up Munich. That would be a terrible decision. Because I think Munich... Is Munich... Yeah, we have to find out what is the capital. And I think the capital is Regensburg, as you can see here. So we have to keep Regensburg. So we have to keep Regensburg. We have to keep Munich. Regensburg we cannot give away. Munich we can give away Eschenlohe. Frontenhausen, Falkenstein, and also, well, Geisenhausen. Then he has at least 1 church holding. Arnold Carling becomes a vassal. He will have the zealot vassal stance. Yeah, that's also how we are, right? We're a zealot. So let's give him that. Arnulf, our son and vassal. It's always a little bit risky. Can swing the scales of power. We can leverage gold, piety, or prestige. So what we can do is get some more power if we are successful in general. Now let's go for that. Have an alliance with our son and friend and Karlmann of West Francia. My goodness, this guy is also not like on the sunny side of life. He's already phase 18 and disfigured. Hideously disfigured. Yeah, you need a friend. You need a friend. Definitely. Well, that's wonderful so far. Let's see what we can further do. So Regensburg is our capital. So if we expand somewhere, it should be in Regensburg. We could... I don't know if we could construct a new holding, but it's pretty expensive to do that. This is what we'll keep, though. There's mansions here. We could construct a duchy building when the times come. wooden barracks here. The mansions. Yeah, we could expand the mansions. That would net us 0.4 gold. And more supply limit. And yeah. Reduced cost for hosting a feast in this holding. So that's a good investment. Then we have Rothenburg, which could become very, very powerful. We can have something here. We have a bonus on walls and towers, right? Due to our cultural tradition. So that would be nice. We can also have hunting grounds, which would give us hunt success chance. Then we have simple pastures. That's in the farms and fields thing. Income would be given to us by... Yeah, you can see it here. Either hunting grounds, farms and fields, or walls and towers. And walls and towers are just so extremely good at the start that we should probably go for that. And it's only 100 and will give us 0.2. On the other hand, we would have 0.4 in our capital for 250. So it's from the tax, from the income that we're getting, it's a big difference. Here we would get 0.5, which is 0.3 more for 150. So it's pretty scalable. But many small investments are usually always safer than a few big investments, right? Ingolstadt is also going to be good. We already have bastions and curtain walls there. Would like to invest here, but the other realms are pretty good too. Let's have a check on that. Crown authority and on our succession laws. Succession law is confederate petition. Our titles will be divided equally between our children. New titles may be created for younger realm heirs. So currently he will get everything, but that may change. It may. Can we change confederate petition? No, not yet. So we still have this law that will divide everything. So under that law, it would be really good to increase Regensburg, because Regensburg is the safe bet. So what we should do for more gold income, which is good to survive, is build that. Gardens and vegetable plantations, that's also good for the feast cost. It's highly risky to do this now, but it's also highly risky to not do it and do it later. Already made a travel. Alliance formed with Count Arnulf. Vengeful memories. As I walk through the courtyard, rage overcomes me once again. The only thing on my mind recently is when Duke Ernst II of Nordgau and I became rivals. Oh, we have another guy here. Oh. He's riling us up, against King Ludwig. I must get my revenge on Ernst somehow. I look up at the gallows in front of me. Perhaps if I make my moves carefully, he will hang there soon. A murder scheme, and we're not good at these things. We have to forget this. I must try to forget. Yeah, and he's our ally now. Marvelous news. So what we're doing now is, after building that, we will try to get some money again, and then, with the help of our new alliances, we will probably look to the east. That might take a bit, but not too much. We're getting rid of the overextension soon, and then everything will go and be a little bit smoother. I'm pretty sure of that, right? So here we go. The overextension going away now. You can see that we're pretty much getting some okay income from Ingolstadt and Rothenburg already. So that's nice. Our income has risen. When the overextension goes away, I don't know when that will be, it should go. Aha, we're mostly fair. Look at that. Popular opinion and 100 feast cost goes down. Nice. No longer sharing power with Arnulf. Regency, yeah, regency has ended. Player heir is here. Hopefully already playing with Princess Hildegard of West Francia. My master of Eschen Lower. And we should look into, with all that monthly income, into the other jobs that we have. What is important? I mean, a court tutor is always important, but not at the moment. We don't have a child, and a court tutor is pretty cost intensive, I have to say, right? So, yeah, these are all royals. A bodyguard would be useful. Also expensive, but would be giving us a lot of safety, not gonna lie. That's our council. Let's see, is our council actually useful? Bishop Emmerich, yeah, we cannot... We have Count Wilhelm and Count Wilhelm. Yeah, he's probably good enough. We'll just let him be there. They are all relatively good, except Count Engelskalk of Graz. He's a freaking catastrophe. So we might have to replace him. Why not with our son, the Count of Eschen Lower, right? Yeah, he's also quite powerful. And he's also competent. Skilled tactician. Engelschalk is going to be a problem after that, but anyways. For the family. For the family. He might train commanders. Might train himself. I don't know. The Legion's Council is this. There's our mom and friend. There's our mom and friend. And we're trying to sway our father to survive this. We'll see if we can do this. We've seen that it's kind of hard to do that. It is. It is. When will this overextension go away, I wonder? I don't know. It might just be the usual thing, right? So, let's see what's in general happening here with us. Nothing. Yeah, he's no longer sharing power with us. Can someone heal us, please? I mean, I'm still ill. Oh, yeah. Please, here we go. As I woke this morning and observed the first rays of sunshine, it took me a moment to realize I'd slept soundly for the first time in weeks. I did not wake up coughing once. I'm glad to be well again. A true soldier of Catholicism. Wonderful. Amen. We're righteous, as you can see here. Theocratic encouraged for pilgrimage. We have ecumenism. And we're male-dominated. Yeah, that's absolutely the case. And step by step, I think we will earn our rightful place as the heir of East Francia. And maybe Italy. And maybe, well, we don't know, but we have many, many alliances. We don't have too many counties. What the heck? What the actual heck? Our son doesn't have too many counties, and he's not even a duke. Well then, thank you for watching. We'll explore everything once we have a little bit more money, and of course we will also take part in our father's events. That's what's going to come, and that's going to come definitely once he has also a little bit more money. But that's the thing at the start of the game, right? No one has too much money, no one has too much income, but it's going to increase in frequency, and it's going to be good. It's definitely going to be good. So, thank you for watching and happy gaming to you. Have a great time until next time and happy gaming. May we unite the Carolingians. May God heal the courageous knight, is our motto. Has he changed that? Has he changed that? Or what is our motto? Come on, Bavaria. Yeah, may God heal the courageous knight. And who is the courageous knight? It's definitely clear. I mean, we are humble and zealous. And we are also a little bit greedy. It can only be us. We're the courageous knight. And God has healed us now. And so we're now collecting everything. Money, men, allies. And then we will move onward to the east. To Bohemia. To the heathens of Bohemia. Have a great time until next time and happy gaming. May God protect us. May God be with you. See you soon and happy gaming. This is One Can signing out. Have a great time until next time.